Hi guys, welcome back to Intellectual Literature. This is Gauri. Today we are going to study research methods in English chapter 1, Meaning and Objectives of Literary Research. Before that, kindly subscribe my channels and stay tuned to see more videos related to this topic. Let's go. Meaning of research. There is a difference between skimming and reading. Skimming connotes hurried reading. We usually skim a newspaper. Reading refers to thoroughness. Editorials and lead articles or read, not skimmed. Study is intensive reading. We read a novel or a short story in general, but we study when we have to review or make comments on them. Research is more than study. It has assumed a new meaning in the 20th century. The old French word "recherche" meant to go about. The English word search nowadays mean to survey inquiringly or to examine or inspect closely. The word research has been coined by the addition of the prefix "re", such as we have in the words like reunite, remake, redo, reorganize and retell. The word research originally had the same connotation as the words reunite and redo mean today. But now it is purely a technical term. It means a systematic investigation in a field of knowledge to discover or establish facts or principles. It also means a fresh approach to a subject or interpretation of facts. The following definition will give us a clear idea of what research is. There is three meanings from three kinds of dictionaries. Research is a systematic investigation for the purpose of gaining new knowledge. In a broad sense, research is any study that leads to new knowledge for the person doing research. This meaning is from New Standard Encyclopedia. Research is a search or investigation directed to the discovery of some fact by careful consideration or study of a subject, a course of critical or scientific inquiry. This meaning is from Oxford English Dictionary. Third one, research is a studious inquiry or examination, especially critical and exhaustive investigation or experimentation having for its aim the discovery of new facts and their correct information, the revision of accepted conclusions, theories or laws in the light of newly discovering facts, or the practical applications of such new or revised conclusions, theories or laws. This meaning is from Webster's International Dictionary. Okay, a close reading of these definitions will lead us to the conclusion that research has the following features. Research is a systematic and critical investigation. First one, it aims at the discovery of new facts and their correct information. Second one, it is also the revision of accepted laws or theories in the light of the discovering of new facts. Third one, it can be the practical application of new or revised conclusions, theories or laws. Fourth one. Okay, done. Coming to the first feature, the word systematic means that the entire procedure of the investigation is done under certain principles. The word critical means that the researcher takes care of both kind of facts. One that favors his hypothesis and the other that goes counter to his assumptions. It follows then that the researcher must not be prejudiced or subjective in his observation, experiment, analysis or interpretation, nor should he be erratic in the arrangement of facts, nor ignore the facts that the shatter is postulus or hypothesis. Suppose a researcher assumes that Hopkins is purely a modern poet and is entirely different from the other Victorians. Now, if he finds that Hopkins is Victorian in his attitude and ideas, he must not ignore this fact and must revise his hypothesis. Secondly, research should be a genuine contribution to knowledge. This is possible only when we discover a new fact or interpret a known fact in a new way. We all know that Shakespeare has written 36 plays. Suppose someone comes with a new manuscript and systematically proves it to be the playwright's 37th play. He has discovered a new fact and made a genuine contribution to knowledge. Likewise, Caroline Spurgeon's interpretation of Shakespeare's imagery is a new kind of investigation and hence a genuine contribution to knowledge. Thirdly, research is also that kind of investigation which examines an accepted theory to revise or modify or sometimes reject it. Copernicus examined the old concept of the universe, found it unacceptable, and after rejecting it, posited his new concept. Likewise, the linguistics of the 17th century considered Latin and Greek to be the most ancient languages. Later on, Sir William Jones, after his arrival in India and study of Sanskrit, propounded that Sanskrit was the most ancient language and all the European and Indian languages have their origin in it. But this theory too he revised and modified later on. Now the accepted theory is that the Indian and European languages have their source in Proto-Indo-European language. Finally, research can be of applied kind. Here the investigator applies the abstract principles of a theory for practical purposes. Einstein's theory of relativity is applied in space research. In literature, Freud's psychology is being applied in the analysis of a literary text. Chomsky's transformational generative grammar is being applied in computers. Okay, I close this video. Today we studied about meaning of research. Stay tuned to more about literary research.